I'ma take a break from the Insta pics to tell you about the days I was 5 or 6, and I ain't ever even played a game before. When my bros brought home Moon Patrol, I was in trance, my eyes were starry. My bro let me know it's called Atari. A lifelong love affair started right there, and I played every game that my bros brought near. But it wasn't long before I got obsessed. We were walking in to see us on NES. A Sunday morning in my Sunday best, saw Mario running and I put him to the test. Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3, Zelda and Link were so dear to me, and I was never alone. I was playing Punch Out, getting TKOs and touchdowns and Tecmo Bowl, making my way to the top like gum. My bubble bobble never pop when I'm having this fun. I don't even know what to do. I can hop in a plane, 1942, I try to survive in the land of Clue Clue. Apollo and Zexus try to kill Jason, always perplexed us. Dr. Mario feeling infectious. Every new game somehow impressed us. I can kill Hitler, Bionic Commando. These Capcom games, man, there's nothing they can handle. Fighting nightmares with Nemo and Dreamland. Just like Kirby, I'll be living the dream, and these NES games done got my brain. I don't even know if y'all hearing me. About to go conspiracy. Paperboy, Popeye, Spy Hunter, one more try. Rushing attack on the field of track. Thinking about it, man, it takes me back. Captain Skyhawk felt like the best, and who can forget Festus Quest, Kung Fu Hogan's Alley, Balloon Fight, Duck Hunt, Metroid, Excite Bike. All these NES games. All these NES games, man.
Welcome to the Gamerz realm. Welcome to the Gamerz realm. TJ the Gamer, yes I'm back. Go put out the bolo. No, that's not Mr. Switch, that's the homie CHRONOZ. If you haven't heard, it's a brand new day. About to sneak into the game like a ninja QA. And I will never hit my peak though. Yes, I'm a gamer, this the Geek Show. Early in the morning I be cooking, see just what I'm making. It'll wake you up, that's awaken bacon. Other rappers gonna envy me. Wanna level up, yeah, I got my EXP. You better pack your bags, you gon' need a vacation. Father and a gamer like I'm Ryan Drayson. Moved up to a pro from a rookie. Shout out my man CHICHUKI. We coming strong in case you could not tell. Now welcome to the Gamerz realm.
I'm still hearing it on my end. I'm still hearing the song. Why is the song still in my end? Hey, what's going on, guys? This is episode, what is it? 79.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good night, everyone.
Give it 1 second. 79, so it's kind of, okay. So yeah, either way, I was just checking some things here. 79 has been a long way from when we started, when we were, how do you say, from the beginning of the pandemic. We started with episode 1 in April. Now, again, 79 is a big leap. So real quick, I want to introduce myself. My name is CHRONOZ, and I used to be Mr. Switch. I'm now CHRONOZ. I want to introduce my co-host, Kutetsu.
What's going on, everyone? I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday.
And I want to introduce a special guest today. We have our GAMERTOWN001.
Hi, everyone. I am very excited to be here with all of you.
Yay! This is great. It's awesome. And followed by her husband, if I'm saying it right, Brogy.
Yeah, I just go with Brogy Bear online. That's pretty much it.
Brogy Bear.
Yeah.
we gotta put Brogy Bear.
Yes, it's Brogy Bear.
Brogy Bear. All right, who thought that name up?
Me, I was big into weightlifting and everything was bro this, bro that. I enjoyed video games and I just didn't see a combination, as a gamer tag. I just said, hey, Brogyver sounds kind of cool. It sounds like Yogi, so.
It's because he is like
Yeah.
a bear.
And I'm pretty hairy.
He's
so.
like a bear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why. Like when I heard Brogy Bear, I'm like, that sounds like Yogi Bear, and then you
Yeah.
mentioned
Yeah.
it. I'm like, yeah, that's where my head went to when I heard it just
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Oh, finally. Sorry, guys. Oh my lord! I was hearing something on my end. I heard like two voices. I had my Twitter was playing at the same time.
Oh my
Got it fixed.
gosh.
Oh man, I was like, okay, cool. So this is I like having and meeting new people. So this is gonna be a fun day. Let's chill, let's relax, let's have a good episode. I want to say what's up to who's watching us right now. Let's go into the comments. Ryan DRAYSON, what's going on, dude? And we have I got a smiley face. I don't know who that is.
Oh, it's my brother from
Hey!
Ecuador. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
How do you pronounce the name?
It's Ale.
Ale, what's up, man?
Hola, amiguito.
Yeah, then we got Ryan and all right. So let's get down with the nitty gritty. Let's ask some questions and let's start it off. So we'll do we'll review things later on. But anyways, let's go into the first question. This is for GamerTown001, and as I became interested into your Instagram, tell me about your love for video games and how did it start?
Okay, it's a great question because I remember when I was 5 or 6 years old, my mom gave us to me and my brothers a Super Nintendo, the NES.
Ooh,
I don't know if you know. It's a classic.
Of course,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, it is.
So I remember that I begin with this
Wait,
Super
he's gonna show something. Let's see.
Oh,
Oh, his collection
interesting.
of consoles in
have
the
it?
back there.
I don't have it, my Super Nintendo, but I remember. Yeah, I
Oh.
have this.
Is
I
that
have this
Zelda?
one, but not with Zelda. I remember that I played Zelda in a computer. Yes, not in the Super Nintendo. In the Super Nintendo, I begin with Super Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong, Power Rangers,
wow.
and
Oh,
then
yes.
when I was like 8 years, my mom gave us a Xbox original. Yes,
Okay.
with 5 games. I remember the 5 games because was GTA San Andreas.
Mhm.
The other was Need for Speed, Winning 11, soccer game, and the other was Crash Bandicoot. The last one was Street Fighter. Street
Yes.
Fighter
Wow,
5.
Yes, you gotta
Yes.
have Street Fighter. Gotta have Street Fighter. In any console, you have to have Street Fighter on there.
Wow,
So
big time.
I begin with the video games because I have 3 brothers. I am the only woman in my family, so they include me in their games. So I start by this reason.
Did you like
That's
beating
cool.
your brothers up in Street Fighter?
Yes, yes. Right now I am really amazing. I don't know if you believe me, but when we are playing Street Fighter, but I am better in Mortal Kombat because I can do the fatalities. Yes.
Oh, I
Yeah,
can't
she
do
can,
that.
she
That's
can,
awesome.
She can be her brothers.
Yeah.
I seen that for sure, man.
Yes, and then they
Nice.
don't want to play with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Very good,
I
very
had
good.
2 sisters, and like I would always try to include them, but they
Uh-huh.
never. They play once in a while, but they wouldn't ever like really play after like 2 or 3 times. I'm just like, all right, so I gotta learn how to play by myself.
Yes, but in my house we have to share this box because my mom said it's for all of you, so you have to share. So I remember that everyone have a different schedule for the Xbox, and I
I did do
have
that
only
too.
one
That's
hour, only one
Oh,
hour in the week.
man.
So I was very happy with my memories
Yeah.
from my childhood. And right now
Very good.
I enjoy the video games, but not like before because I don't have many time like before when I was teenager or
Right.
child. Yeah,
Times change. Times change.
yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely how it was back in the day. Most of us grew up playing with family and brothers and sisters, And today, people are playing online, and your brothers and sisters live somewhere else, and we miss that, and so it's hard to find that connection. But you guys have player one. There's player one, player two, right there. You got husband, wife.
Yep.
You guys have each other. As a in the meantime for now, and then maybe hope you guys visit family and go back to that. But anything else that you want to add to that Gamer Town, or is that good?
¿Quieres añadir algo más?
Oh yeah, I love the video games. Something interesting is that right now I have a schedule for play because I have to share my schedule with my husband.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
right.
I am not free with my console.
Until we get the PS5, then she can have the PS4 Pro. Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wait,
Is
you guys?
that-
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So you have to pedir.
Ask.
Yes, you have to ask to Santa this year.
Quick question for you guys: are there any games that you guys like to play cooperatively when you guys do?
We haven't actually. Right now, I'm playing Sekiro, and there's no way to play the co-op.
So good.
Yeah, it's
Such a good
hard,
game.
man. I'm trying to beat the owl and the where we beat Lady Battlefly, and I can't do it.
Mhm.
But whole nother story there. But he's playing Tomb Raider, so it's not really
Yeah.
co-op. So we're trying to get that done. And then I kind of want to introduce her into like shooter games because she gets dizzy,
Right.
which I think is just an excuse to be honest. So we can play co-op stuff like at least split screen or something like that. But
Yeah,
Down the
I think a great game for co-op is a game called It Takes Two. It's a great co-op game that they announced it and they released it, or they announced it last year at the end of the year and it came out this year, and it's solely for co-op. And I think I'm not plugging them. I don't get paid to advertise this game. I thought about you guys. You know what? This would be cool. Like It Takes Two. It's a great co-op game. It's a great story to it as well. I think you guys will enjoy that one.
yeah, definitely try it out. I have to try it out at least because I want to see how good she really is because she's good at video games, but like I'm pretty good too. So I want to see that competitive side.
Ooh,
Yeah.
competition.
Right.
Competition.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick, for you, Groggy Bear, tell us a little bit about your life in gaming. How did it begin, too?
Well, it started in South America, so I unfortunately didn't have an old school console like the SNES or anything like that. I actually started with a Windows 95 IBM computer.
Okay.
So that's where I started gaming. I started with the pinball games. Then my dad used to live in the United States, so he used to send us packages every week. And I used to get tons and tons of computer games. And I just started with computer games, going to MS-DOS, installing them, learning and all that stuff. Huge fan of Command and Conquer, Time Commando,
Nice.
stuff like that. Eventually, my dad sent me a PlayStation 1, like the big one, man, like beefy one. And
Right.
he only sent me the very first demo, which came with Tekken 1, Crash
Oh
Bandicoot,
yes.
NASCAR, Jet Moto.
Man, you remember all that. Wow.
How can I
remember
forget,
that disc
man?
too.
Good
I remember that
memories.
disc too.
Good memories.
I remember that disc too.
And yeah, it was PlayStation 1 all the way. Unfortunately, never got to play SNES or anything like that until I came to the United States. That's when I got, the Nintendo 64, the GameCube, and it just
Yes.
built on from there. The PlayStation 2. Of course, I never got the Xbox because I wasn't a fanboy or anything, but my parents are just like, well, you already have this many game systems. Why do you need another one? So, it is what it is. I'm happy with
I
the
know that
games I had,
conversation.
And speaking of co-op, something that I wish I still had was Army of Two, so I could play with Gamertown.
Oh, that's such a good game too.
Yeah, I sold it though, man. It's so stupid.
Such a good game too.
I'm glad I brought. I'm glad I brought Katetsu over. Man, we're getting along really, really well right now. So this is cool. This is cool. Question for we'll start off with Gamertown. You can also answer too. What game systems do you play right now? What do you have right now?
Right now,
do you
what
play?
games? Oh, I
Yeah,
am
what
playing
systems?
in PlayStation 4.
Okay.
Only in this because I don't have more consoles until Christmas. I don't know.
Yeah.
Someone new. But right now I am playing the Shadow of Tomb Raider. I am
That's a good
in
one,
the
too.
middle of the
Well,
game.
you had the Nintendo DS. But
Yes, I have the Nintendo DS, but I forget it in my country.
yeah,
Oh
So
no.
yes, so in these vacations, I have to take with me
you
again.
have to bring it back.
Yes, because I like to play. I don't know, but I have an addiction with Harvest Moon.
Hey,
Okay.
Yes, so I was playing Harvest Moon, Pokemon. Yeah,
oh
I
man,
have
I've always wanted to play Harvest Moon. I just haven't got to it.
I,
I know that you have to do all the themes every day, but for me it's amazing because you put your vegetables and in 4 days you have.
Yeah,
You have
the
I like the
production.
timing.
Farm.
Yes, but in the real life I can do this.
I wanted to get him to play Stardew Valley actually. So
Yeah.
Oh, hey, which was better? The what is it? The Starview? What do you say? Valley?
Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley.
Harvest Moon
that
is
one-
more like Harvest Moon is more like a quote unquote real life simulator to me.
Yeah.
Like you feed your horses, your cows, and stuff like. Because I played it before too. But Stardew Valley is like the same thing, but I think you like level up and like fight aliens or something. So
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
yeah, so I kind of want to get her to
Harvest
play
Moon
that.
is only like a second life in the farm.
The chores you don't want to do in real life. You
It
can
is.
do.
It is.
You do it virtually.
Yeah.
Living the life.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get that.
That's very interesting. That you guys. Well, hopefully you guys can get to PS5 and for Christmas. It's just one of those things to hard to find right now. And then
Yeah.
I got lucky by accident. I was just at GameStop one day. I was paying for a Super Mario game. I was buying a game, and then the system was not supposed to come out on pre-order till the next day. But I was there the day before, and I was buying the game. The manager was on the phone, and GameStop called all the managers, and the manager's like, "Oh, we can do this now. We can pre-orders." I just happened to be there. I was like, "Give me one right now." So it's just like right there. So I would have it next to me, but my oldest, he took it yesterday. So I was like, "Okay, go ahead, go play with it." It's the PS5 is great. It's cool, and I still play my Switch more than my PS5. But it's really more like for my son, he likes it more. But I did purchase Far Cry 6, so that's I hope to like
okay.
on PS5. So that'll be my next PS5 game. But yeah, it's not like PS4 PS5. It's really not a big dramatic difference to me.
I beg to differ, but okay.
I don't know. Okay, yeah, I feel like
I want to
where's
beg
the
this
big
too because I played Cyberpunk in my PS4
yeah.
Pro.
I know.
Yeah. Yes. You know what? This thing. Me and my son were playing Cyberpunk on when it first came out on PS5. Same thing. It was really bad, and
Really?
at the time, but
So is the game.
but
No,
now
it's a fun game, but just kind of
but here's the thing.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's fun.
But all this time later, we started playing it the other day again, and now all the updates it made it better for us to experience now. Before, forget about it.
There's a reason. I don't want to go into it because it's a pretty big conversation piece, but it was just, let's just say it was rushed to get out and they weren't ready, so they sent us an incomplete game.
Yeah. I was actually disappointed because, listen, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get to play The Witcher 1 or 2, but I played 3, man, and
Same.
I was blown away by that game. And that's the whole reason I bought Cyberpunk, because of the studio, But
Yeah.
I played The Witcher 1 and 2.
And
nice.
Yeah.
and you know what's funny?
Yeah.
The Witcher 3 had the same issue. It was a game that was rushed, and I heard that it was a game that was rushed, and
Of us?
it was a rushed game. Like it wasn't completed when they released it, but it still ended up being a good game
I think
at the end.
I think what Ryan is asking, what is behind you guys on the walls, right behind your heads?
Okay, so behind the heads, we have a few Funkos.
Our Funko
Nice.
from Star Wars and the Star Wars collection from him.
All these stuff you see back here,
Yeah.
these are all my Star Wars Legos I built when I was younger.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I
is
like
that the clone start
Yes.
Oh
Yeah,
my
the
gosh.
transport
And
thing.
right now
Yeah.
here is my Grogu.
Hey.
Yeah. You know what's funny? It has a name now, but I still call him Baby Yoda because
Me
I'm like,
too.
what's his
Yeah,
name?
this is my baby
Okay, he's
Yoda.
still called Baby Yoda. You know what's cool?
And has sounds. Listen.
He makes
I
the
know that
sounds.
in
Yeah,
the
that's
in
so
the
cute.
Mandalorian he never do these sounds, but
Yeah,
it's
that's kind of
adorable.
cute.
Yeah.
That's cool. Like the Legos, like my dad gave me the Jedi Starfighter. I
Oh,
remember
nice.
building it with him, and then he had it setting on his TV his entertainment system because he was blown away that I was able to build it. But then I would take it down and I would rebuild it into other ships. I
Right.
would
Yeah.
take the wings and put them somewhere else and do all that. And he's like, "You just totally turn this thing into something else." And he's like, "Yeah, no, I was just bored." So he would take pictures every time I would like change it, so we have it. So when I saw the clone fighter, the clone star carrier, I think that's what it's called. I forgot what it's called. That one in the back, it just
Mhm.
reminded me of that.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the clone thing, the Jedi fighter. I have the Is that the what's I forgot the name. Well, it's the ship that Darth Vader uses. I forgot. It's Imperial Cruiser. Imperial Cruiser.
Yeah,
I have that.
something
You
along that
can't see it,
line.
but it's up on my top things.
Yeah.
And I have I don't know the name of this ship, but it's the one that Princess Leia escaped in Episode 4. The one that looks like a hammer.
Oh yeah. I think that's
Yeah.
just like her own little like cruiser. I know
Yeah,
what you're talking about. I
Yeah,
know
I'm
what
not
you're
sure,
talking
but man, I love Legos. They're great.
Yeah. We definitely love the hobbies that we can still appreciate and we put them away on our
Yeah.
like I got my game and my little characters. Yeah, it's always fun that quick one for Gamertown. Tell me about your Instagram. What do you post normally on there? Your
Oh,
Instagram.
okay. In my Instagram. So when I remember I post things that I like it's not only a gamer profile. I share things like anime, like Dragon Ball, like Funkos, like Star Wars.
Yeah.
But I am more fan from the Mandalorian. Yes, he is more fan from Star Wars.
Yeah.
So I share when I remember things that I like it because it's my lifestyle and I like to share these things with other people because I think that I can do a community. So
about.
it feels good. Share the things that I like with people
Yeah.
that like them. Yes.
Yeah,
It's very nice. You
I
had some
respect
pictures with
that. I
you had some
respect that a
pictures
lot.
with PlayStation controllers. I like that. You got some nice photos. So yeah, it's just and your love with Star Wars and things like that. So cool. I know that in terms of your YouTube channel, the channel, it seems to me that's why I was like, you share the YouTube channel with your husband, Grogu Bear. So you share it with him. So between both of you guys, tell me what the YouTube channel is about, and also how do you pronounce the name so I can pronounce it with you.
Okay, well, I'll do the pronunciation part, and I'll later kind of explain what's it about. You just call it El.
L
No,
El,
just El.
L.
L
Yeah, and then
Eladen
Geek.
Eladen Geek. Okay.
It's basically a geek's
Excellent.
paradise.
yes.
All right. All right.
See,
Kotetsu, your turn.
See, I'm good at finding root words. So when I saw Eden, the first thing I thought about was that's paradise, like
Yeah.
El Dorado. So the fact that that's in there is that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that's why we kind of incorporated that little palm tree in the middle, just
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
relevant.
Fair enough.
Yeah, right in that corner. Right, it would be right next to my head if my head was right there with my camera. That's cool.
Yeah. All right, and go ahead on Gamer Time.
What's the channel about? Go ahead and tell them.
Oh, okay. I try because I don't speak English. So
Take
sorry.
your time. Take your time.
You don't understand me. I try to explain.
We understand.
So our channel begins in 2018, I think. Yes, no.
About
See, yeah, something like this. Um, we start to share things that like to us. Um First, video reactions from things that was very funny from us.
video reactions.
Yes, video reactions. Sorry by my pronunciation.
Yeah, we do. We
It's
do like
okay.
reaction stuff to think that like we thought it was funny. Like I was a huge skateboarder like in high school, and I had my fair share of bails, for example, and I was like, hey, let's make a funny reaction to people bailing on the skateboard. A lot of the stuff initially was more geek related, like movie reviews,
Yeah.
and kind of at the time we started the channel, Marvel was like growing into a bigger thing.
Yeah.
And I always enjoyed superheroes. I'm more of a Superman fan, but I always enjoy like the imagination and everything that comes into all that stuff. So that's why I just don't cover one type of thing, or we at least. But we do stuff like try to inform the Latin American. As you know, my channel, the channel is in Spanish, so
Yes, it's in Spanish.
we wanted to deliver stuff in Spanish because I feel like a lot of the Latin American community.
But we try to do
Yeah.
something in English. I think that we have
Yeah,
something
but
in English.
yeah.
Yeah.
The main point was to kind of get into the Latin American community, let them know about what's going on with movies and stuff like that. A little bit more information in the background of certain superheroes, and it just kind of went from there. Whatever ideas we had, we just recorded.
And gameplays. Yes.
Oh yeah, some
We have
gameplays. Yeah,
some gameplays too.
yeah. There's no real direction to it, which kind of doesn't make sense in a perspective. But it's something we like to do. It's a fun hobby, so that's why it's kind of random.
Yes. Right now it's a little random because no, it's only geek things. So we have some things like travel or something like this. So we need to concentrate again in our channel because by the pandemic I leave the project, but right now we are Mando.
Yeah, we're thinking of more ideas.
Yeah.
Kind of
Right.
film again, pick it up, and we don't know if we want to continue in Spanish or not. I want to continue in Spanish or not because, like I said, a lot of my family lives in South America at this point, and I know there's tons and millions of fans that they enjoy the stuff that we enjoy here in the United States, and I kind of want to deliver that kind of stuff, that kind of content to them, because it just feels like it's not a community that's really targeted. A lot of the times I feel like they're left out with a lot of the cool stuff that happens in English or United States, where people get like crazy awesome insider info and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I kind of thought, hey, maybe I could deliver the same thing, and
When you guys are ready, the cool thing is just to let you guys know, if you guys like me and Kotetsu and a lot of people we met through Twitter. And Twitter, with our big gaming community that me and Kotetsu are involved. If you guys have a Twitter, we could introduce you to everybody else, that like our friends and things like that. So that way, if you have the time, I know we're busy with life, but if you get the chance, Twitter is also a way to Instagram too. But Twitter, I think, is more people get more involved, where you guys can communicate and talk to others and things like that. And so, but just to let you guys know, maybe in the future, if you guys have a Twitter, let me know. But in the meantime, for those who are watching, in the description, you are going to be able to find GamerTown001 Instagram in the description, and also I'm going to say it wrong again.
Geek.
Oh, perfect. You got
Kotetsu,
it.
there we go. We're going to find
I'm
Kotetsu. Say it again. The what?
Elided Geek.
Elided Geek. All right, we'll find
I'm
that
pretty good with my
in the
pronunciations.
in the description, so you can find out their YouTube and all that stuff too. But let's keep on going with this. Let's say I was actually going to ask you a question based on your Final Fantasy VII. This is for Roby Bear. This is Final Fantasy VII remake. Did you play the original before, or did you just play the?
So I played the original back when I was still young in South America. So to me, a lot of the stuff was fuzzy, and of course, all the jokes when you're like 8, 9, you kind of miss.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, so playing it again, it was kind of refreshing. It was almost brand new to me because honestly, I couldn't even remember a lot of it, to be honest. I remember the train scene, the explosion on the platform. But overall, I thought it was it was pretty good. It was a good game. The story was cool. The graphics were cool. Definitely enjoyed, Tifa.
Tifa, why? Tell me about it.
I think he was asking. He's never
Brother,
played it.
I played it.
When I was a young kid, that's exactly how I imagined it. Like,
Right?
we're like
Right?
8-bit or 16, whatever, to 100%.
It's like when it's an 8,
like, oh.
yeah. It's like you don't get to appreciate it back then, but now you get to see her in full rendered form, and it's like this is exactly how I imagined you if you were sitting right next to me.
The way I've enjoyed
Thanks
it,
for giving us that.
I haven't played the game, but I love Tifa and all the characters, especially Tifa, in the in the animated film, the Advent Children. Have you seen the Advent?
Yeah, it's good. It was fun to watch.
If you want to watch, try it. Advent Children. Oh, what's it called? Hey, Kotetsu, remember they did the Japanese version was longer. It's called Advent Children Complete.
It's just complete.
Yeah, it's called Advent Children Complete. Complete
okay.
is they do kind of render it and it looks more beautiful. They add a few extra like certain scenes that just look better. The whole movie looks like it was kind of, I don't know if it was remastered or
yeah, because it came out in like 2007. That's when the movie first came out. And then
this one.
they brought it back. I want to say, let's say about like 5 years later, they brought it back.
Yeah. So when they redid that, it looked way better. They add a few extra minutes of film that made it helped out a lot, and I love that version. So if you like it, Advent Children Complete is amazing compared to the original one that we've seen. Oh, I got a big question. Why does everyone like Tifa? Ryan asked. I don't know. I mean,
it's hard to. Yeah.
It's the voice.
The voice. Okay.
Yeah, it's every voice. Like I have friends who are just like, yeah, Tifa, and I'm like, yo, you don't have to say anymore. I get what you're saying. Just say, like when they say Tifa, I'm like, I got you. You don't have to. I got you. Because I was there. I was there with you.
Kotetsu, go ahead, take it. You have any questions, Kotetsu? Go for it, man.
They did answer it. When they were talking about, like I was gonna ask, why did they want to do YouTube and do their do YouTube, and Brogy kind of explained it. He was saying that it was nice to he was saying that to do their channel in a different language, so no one misses out on everything, like the different like reactions that we have out here in America, and certain information. Because I don't know if I'm not looking thorough enough, but I don't really see too many channels who do kind of cover stuff like that in their native language. So I think it's really refreshing, and it's something that's not seen much. That a channel is being done in another language. Even I watched some of you guys' videos, and I was like, oh, this is actually interesting. That their entire channel is in their language, and I appreciated you guys played Kakarot because I was like, that's cool because I've
Dragon Ball
that game
Z
like
Kakarot.
Twice.
I've never played the game. Should I get?
You know what? If you know of Dragon Ball and you always wanted to get into the games but afraid of not knowing what the story is,
there's too many games.
Yeah.
Kakarot is probably one of the first games that actually is an action RPG that covers all the whole Z saga.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't it just come out on the Switch recently?
It hasn't dropped yet. It comes out this month, but it does play through the entire saga. Like the more core parts of the series.
Do you know when it comes out, Kotetsu?
I thought it's like September 17th or something like that. I'm not sure.
Because I that's the game I've been wanting to play. I just haven't yet for the Switch. So
yeah, it's a like I tell everybody, I was like, this is probably my favorite Dragon Ball Z game of all time because like I love the fighters. I love Budokai. I love Tenkaichi. I love Burst Limit. All the games. I love all of them. even the Legacy of Goku, but I think this is probably
It's
the
more
most
complete.
ambitious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
This
I
is
remember that. Oh, sorry.
no, no,
Because
go
I
ahead.
remember that I played in Xbox original Dragon Ball, but only was until Cell.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
the game was very exciting, but only
yeah,
until Cell. But
yeah,
this one is more complete.
Yeah. And you can
Yeah.
keep
Mhm.
grinding after too.
yeah. And I
Yeah.
love how the fact that everyone was like, yeah, we want the Cyber Connect 2, the people who've done Storm game, the Naruto Storm games, do a Dragon Ball Z game, and then they did that, and they given us exactly what we wanted. So yeah, if you want to play the game and you're like curious about the story, or do you have to know the story, it goes through from beginning to end. It covers
Mhm.
all of the everything, and then the DLC covers a little bit of Super, not as much, but you just get like the new transformations, and then they have another DLC thing they released recently. It was called like the History of Trunks, which is like Trunks is it's like if you go through the story and you figure out who Trunks is, but you don't know what his backstory is, the other DLC called History of Trunks covers that. So it
Okay.
tells you who Trunks is before he decided to go back to the future and help
Oh, that
everyone
sounds cool.
back then. So it's a great game. I had a lot of fun
Yeah.
with it.
I
And
think I'm
and
getting it.
and like Brogy said, you can grind even after the fact when you're
Mhm.
done because there's a whole bunch of other stuff you can do.
Awesome. We had the earlier on last year. We had the voices of the original voice of Vegeta and Goku on the show. It was really cool to have those guys on there.
Oh,
And the
that's
guy,
cool.
the voice of Goku, he did the whole Kamehameha for us. I was like, what? It was just great when he did the whole thing for us. And Vegeta, the voice of Vegeta, he just didn't want to do it. It's like, damn, but it was okay.
man.
He sounded,
No,
he did
no,
some.
no. You told this is okay. This is what he said. I was there. He told the voice of Vegeta to do a Kamehameha wave. You don't ask the voice of
You're supposed
Vegeta
to tell him to do the
to
Gallic
do-
gun.
Thank
man.
you. He gets it. You don't ask
Damn
the
it.
voice of Vegeta
Damn it.
to do another moveset from another
Really?
character. Who's his
Oh,
rival.
I said it
You
wrong.
don't do that.
Why did you tell me that? Why did you
I
say
did
it
tell
there?
you that. You can go back.
You
and
should have told
watch
him to do the
footage.
Gallic
We're gonna have to
gun
get.
with Big Bang.
All right, we're gonna have to get him back on. We're gonna get him back on. We're gonna let Kotetsu lead the host that day.
Oh,
Get him
man.
back on. But it was.
It's
But-
interesting this because you know the voice of Goku and Vegeta, but in English. But I know the version in
Alright.
Spanish.
Yeah, I've
yes,
actually heard the Spanish
Yes.
voice actors. They do a great job doing those characters as well. They do a really good job doing those.
You should hear
Yeah, I was
the
wondering-
you should. I'm sorry. You should. And this is irrelevant, but I just know why I thought of it. You should hear the Thanos voice in Spanish. That was good too.
Oh,
Really?
Yes, Mario Castañeda. Yes, it is the voice in Spanish.
Yeah,
Yes.
like Thanos voice is really
And
imposing
you
in
can
Spanish.
recognize this voice because you hear this voice in Dragon Ball and
that's
too in
that's Spain Spanish though.
I
Latin
don't
American
know
Spanish.
Caballeros del
Right.
Zodiaco in English.
The Zodiac.
Zodiac Knights or something.
Knights of
like
the Zodiac.
that? Yes, and he is the
Oh,
the voice
yes.
too of Seiya.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love I
In
love Saint
Spanish.
Seiya.
Yeah.
I love Saint Seiya. I watched Saint
If
Seiya
we,
when I
Yeah.
was
if we get any,
in I think elementary school, middle school was when I first on Toonami here when they had Saint Seiya, and it's like such an underrated show. I know it's not as popular out here than it is in Latin America. I know in Latin
Yeah.
America
Yeah.
it's really popular out
Yes,
there.
it's like
Latin America,
Yeah, it's top.
really popular out there.
Yes.
Like that's why they get all the games and all that stuff out there, and we get nothing because no one likes it. No one likes it out here.
yeah.
question real quick. We're gonna go slightly off. Go into another one, but we can go back to that. I wanted to ask GamerTown001, and then after her, then it'll be, what is your favorite game of all time? Your
My
most
favorite game?
game that you ever played?
Oh, it's Donkey Kong. The
Donkey
trilogy.
Kong.
Yes, I love this game. I don't know, but I
Donkey
love
Kong
because-
Country?
Yes. Yes, I love this game.
Tell me why. Why did you enjoy?
But
Donkey
okay,
Kong
for
Country?
me, it's a great game because I remember my childhood when I went when I went to my home with my brother, with my little brother, we always played this game. We never tired of this game because we can play. I think in 2 days or 3 days, we did it all the game. I was the one team, the red team, and he was the yellow team. So it's like competitive because in Super Nintendo you can share.
Right.
Yes.
Cool.
So this is my best game of all the times. I don't know the narrative, the music.
I was
The
gonna say the
music,
soundtrack. Yeah,
I love this.
it's that
Yeah,
classic.
and you can swim, and the bad guys. It's interesting. Like the monkeys fight with the alligators.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's the best game of all of times. Yes.
Awesome. That was a great answer. How about you, Brogy?
That is such a hard question.
If you have a top 2 or 3, whatever helps you out, unless you have
So a game which it's gonna sound incredibly weird, but to me, kind of transpires into like real life for some reason. It's like, for example, well, not for example, my favorite game of all time is gonna be Pokemon Red.
Pokemon. Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't expect it.
It's so like. Listen, man, like that game brings so much. So
Are you
brings
getting
back
teary?
so many memories, man? Like
Oh man,
that sound, sound, the mood set. I still like all those sounds are like still
Yeah.
embedded in my brain. It's kind of obsessive and it's probably not healthy, but I'm alive, so. So, and then a real close game to that, it's gonna be like Command and Conquer. That was
Okay.
Wow.
one of my first video games. Like it wasn't like the pinball game that you would get like in Windows 95.
Yeah.
That was the first game I actually installed on myself back when I started playing video games. And I just fell in love with it, man. Like I love the feeling that you could like control little soldiers, moving here, moving there, have a strategy and stuff like that. So I would say those two, but Pokemon, man, it's a whole nother level, man. I'm still, the last one I played was Pokemon Pearl. I heard the other ones are good too. So hopefully, once they save up a bit more money, I'll be able to get like a brand new DS and maybe catch up with Pokemon One the next one.
You know what? If you played Pokemon, well, have you finished Pokemon Pearl? You said
Yeah,
you finished it. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I was gonna say, if you guys have a Nintendo Switch, they're actually re-releasing Pearl and Diamond and Pearl in November
Oh, cool.
for the Switch. Like,
But are they
fully-
remastered?
Huh? Yeah, it's
Is it
an
remastered?
overhaul. It's a full
Oh
overhaul.
wow! So
of the
they
game.
redid it. Oh, remake, a remake.
Oh, but it's not fair. You choose two options. I only choose one. My second choice
Again.
is the
It's gotta
Prince
be
of
fair.
Persia. The Prince of Persia, the trilogy.
Oh,
What,
wow.
the
Yes.
older ones, like the old one that goes back and forth,
Like
not
the
the
new-
3D ones.
No, the original. The original.
Oh
the
yeah.
the sounds. I don't know the names in
Time?
English. But
Sands of Time.
Yes, but I
Okay.
know the names in Spanish.
Can you say it in Spanish? How do you pronounce it?
Persia, Los Dos Tronos.
The Two Thrones,
wow.
Yes,
Oh,
El
Two Thrones is
Príncipe de
good.
Persia, Las Arenas del Tiempo.
Sands of Time.
Y el segundo se me fue el nombre.
She forgot the second one.
I forget
I
the name.
think it's two. No, it's Prince of Persia: Warrior Within.
Warrior Within is the
Warrior
two,
Within.
yes, because the three is the Two Thrones.
Yeah, Two
Yes,
Thrones is
this
the-
game was amazing. Yes,
I thought so, too.
I want that.
I never. How can I?
They
never
have
played it?
a new remake of all the trilogy because it's very good game.
Yeah,
I would
they're
play
actually,
it, probably.
they're
Yeah.
actually- they're
I
actually
remember
bringing
that
back
was
Sands of
my
Time.
first my first game in Spanish, but was Spanish from España, so was this Spanish. This Spanish, it's not the same the Spanish from Latin America
Right.
and Spain. So was amazing. Yes.
Yeah, that it's funny because the Prince of Persia games were like the fathers of the Assassin's Creed games because that's where
Yeah.
all the Assassin's Creed games came from and
Yeah.
how Very
Oh yeah.
like
I
the
like
like
Assassin's
the
Creed.
they're all the parkour and everything, and the Assassin's Creed games came from Prince of Persia, and I was like, dude,
Yes,
that's
but
crazy.
then I don't know what happened with Prince of Persia because then they have the Forgotten Sons, Prince of Persia, the
That's
Forgotten Sons.
right. That's right.
And I don't like this. I
Oh,
don't
you don't
Really?
like it? Oh.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I
I
thought
don't
it was
like
pretty fun.
because I think that the story was very different to the true story. It was like what
Okay.
happened here?
It's like it's like new Futurama.
Yes, so I don't like
Right.
that.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I get that. I get that.
Let's do some pronunciation time real quick. There's a new Marvel movie coming out. Katetsu, can you help us pronounce a new Marvel movie? Because I'm
Want me
trying to learn to say it
Hope
too.
you guys pronounce the name of the new Marvel movie that came out
Yes,
today.
I'm watching it tonight, but I don't even know how to pronounce the name.
So I actually learned it like
Shang-Chi?
when I
No?
like yeah, it's Shang-Chi. So say
Shang-Chi.
it's easy for me. Like okay, so for a long time I've always worked on my pronunciations for things. So whenever I hear it, I like when you guys said, the name of your YouTube channel, I was able to kind of pick it up pretty quickly. But with Shang-Chi, a lot of people say Shang-Chi. It's not
So it's not
Shang-Chi.
That's what I
It's
thought.
Shang-Chi.
Shang.
Yeah. Yeah, because of
Shang-Chi.
how it's how it's
Shang.
yeah.
All right, all right, Brogy, how do you say Brogy? You say Brogy real quick. How do you say?
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Shang-
All right,
That's
Gamertown?
Shang-Chi.
That's actually that's close.
Closer than
Yeah,
me.
that was good. Yeah.
You know?
Hey, maybe you should speak Mandarin instead of English.
So that movie is coming out, and because I watched I think most of us have already seen every Marvel movie already, right? All the Marvel. So
Yeah.
this is, I guess, is there anything I should know, Katetsu, about where this movie's taken from? What part of the timeline is it from?
It's one of like that's what's so hard about talking about Marvel movies and where they span from is because it's so much more than I can explain that I can't explain in one paragraph about the character.
It looks really good.
Just pretty much what they said was this is supposed to set up for Phase 4, and
Okay.
from what I've heard, Shang-Chi takes place during the events of the first Iron Man movie.
Oh wow!
So that's what they
First
said.
Iron Man?
Yeah, they said that the movie, I don't know if it's after or during, but they said it takes place sometime during the first Iron Man movie. That's when it takes place.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to set everything up for if you've seen Loki, they're trying to set everything up when Kang the Conqueror comes, because we've all met one of the Kangs in the spoiler alert for everyone who's watching. Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen Loki, go see it. If you haven't, then just press mute. Keep the stream playing, but just press mute. If we've seen the first Kang, and we know about the multiverse and everything like that. So we've seen the first Kang, and we saw what happens when she killed Kang, and all the multiverses were just exploded. So he's even said that there's a meaner version of me coming, which is Kang the Conqueror. So that's who they're getting ready for, is Kang the Conqueror, and Shang-Chi has something to do with that, I believe. So it's a Marvel cinematic thing. I won't really know until when
I've
it
heard
actually
that
starts.
people who saw it yesterday, all I've heard was it's amazing. It's amazing, and nothing.
I'm
bad
sure
about
it is. I'm sure, like, pretty
I
much
hear it's great.
all the Marvel movies have been good. So I don't doubt that this one is just as good. I think the
So
one
what-
movie I'm really waiting for. I'm waiting for Blade. That's what I'm waiting for.
Oh,
they're
another
gonna
Blade?
Are they gonna make Blade for real?
Yeah, they already have. Have you seen the show Luke Cage on Netflix?
No, I mean I've seen bits and pieces, but I've never
Okay.
didn't have the time to actually watch it. I know it
so
exists
one
though.
of, so one of the actors who was in Luke Cage is actually going to play Blade. So that's actually going to be pretty cool. We don't know when
What
we're going
about
to see it. but we're gonna see.
What
it.
about what do you guys think on Gamer Time? Have you seen the new Spider-Man trailer? Did you see that or the
The
trailer?
new
Spider-Man
I
trailer.
saw, but I don't know is the official because in Facebook.
No, it's the official one. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
it
it's
was.
the
I
yeah.
think that was the official.
No, it
I
was.
don't
No,
know.
it was.
But yes, I see, no. But everybody have a big expectations about the movie because the real fans want that the three Spider-Mans are in
Yeah,
this
Oh yes,
multiverse.
yes, wow.
yeah,
Okay.
Yes,
'cause-
but I am a super fan of Spider-Man, but I think that Marvel have to give us a true movie of Spider-Man because I remember that when I was child I watched the Spider-Man from the
The cartoon.
90s,
The cartoon.
the cartoon from the
yeah.
90s.
Mhm.
Yes, so
Yeah, I
I
love
remember
that.
that the Spider-Man was amazing, and then in the movies I I watched to
Yeah,
someone that is very nerd, and Spider-Man is not like this. So
yeah, the Tobey Maguires weren't the greatest.
it's a little one, but I think that I need a real very good movie from Spider-Man because I remember
It's
other
not. It's not.
Spider-Man.
It's not your Spider-Man.
Yes, it's not my Spider-Man.
I think they're gonna. I hear they're gonna bring. Supposedly they're gonna bring all the three Spider-Mans in this one.
and
I heard
and
spoiler.
and it's the reason is because now is so for all of my Marvel, my not the cinematic Marvel fans, I mean the Marvel comic book fans, we
Yeah.
know that there's multiverses out there. We already know that. We know there's different versions of everyone out there already. For those who don't watch the comic, who don't read the comic books, they don't know. They think there's just one version. So we know and we knew that we were going to get something like this eventually. And now that Loki happened, and I had this conversation with somebody where we said the only way they were able to do something like this is if they would have to introduce the multiverse. And Loki was the show that introduces the multiverse. So now and then that and this Enter the Spider-Verse, but that's a whole nother thing and a whole nother thing of Marvel and Sony's thing or whatever the heck.
Yes, Ryan.
Ryan
yes.
knows. Yes, he knows. Yeah.
But
They have to give me the Spider-Man from the multiverse from the cartoon.
yeah,
What's more amazing? I know that Tom Holland is a good Spider-Man and Tobey Maguire too, but
mhm.
no, this is the same.
I thought Andrew
Because
Garfield was
Spider-Man
a
was
great
my crush.
Andrew Garfield was a
No,
good
it's
one.
not
You know
fair.
what? So I have a game with everyone.
Yeah.
One of my streamer friends played this game with me. He was on stream and he did it. And he challenged me to do it on my stream, and I did it. So we all know there was 3 Spider-Men, right? In all the movies. There's Tobey Maguire, there's Andrew Garfield, and there's Tom
Yeah.
Holland.
Mhm.
Now, here's the game. Which one out of those 3 played a better Spider-Man and played a better Peter Parker?
Okay.
Out of those 3 actors, who played a better Spider-Man and who played a better Peter Parker? I'll go first. I'll go first. So you guys know.
Oh, okay.
So for me, I felt that Andrew Garfield played a better Spider-Man because he was very quick with the quips. He played the attitude of Spider-Man right, with all the snaps at the enemy, the bad guys, and everything like that. He's very cocky and very quick-witted. I felt that Andrew Garfield played a good Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And I feel for Peter Parker, depending on which Peter Parker they're using, I think it's a split kind of with Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire, because Tobey Maguire played a Peter Parker. He wasn't the greatest Peter Parker, but he played a Peter Parker as Peter Parker would be played after he gets out of high school and goes to college and tries to figure things out for himself. You know what I mean? Like the whole struggle with that. And Tom Holland plays a great high school Peter Parker, because in the comic books, that's kind of how Peter was. He was struggling to try to find a balance between his life as Peter Parker and his life as Spider-Man. But I think if I were to choose, I think I liked, like I said, Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man and Tom Holland as Peter Parker. I think that's what I'd go with.
Yeah, you got good picks. If we're gonna split it like that, in my opinion, at least, I would think that Tom Holland would be a good pick for the Tom Holland for like high school, because in high school you're always unsure of yourself every single day, so it kind of makes sense. And it's definitely kind of hard to keep it at wraps, but I definitely agree with you as well on the Spider-Man, because Andrew Garfield was way more witty and way more clever, while the Toby, I call him Spider Toby. Toby Araña.
Toby Araña.
Like he was like, to me, it was cool because he was the original Spider-Man, but you know, you kind of have to start pushing that idea aside after you start comparing the three Spider-Mans. And if you look at it as Peter Parker, he was way too, like, no confidence whatsoever. And once again, I also based my Spider-Man on the cartoon and the video game for the PS1, totally different. And then as Spider-Man, he just didn't seem like, you know, quick or, you know, not fast enough or something like that. I don't know what it was, but I think I agree with Katetsu as far as, you know, those two.
How about you, Gamertown?
This question is very difficult for me because I told you I need a real Spider-Man, because
You have to choose.
but if I have to choose, I choose to Tom Holland, because
As Spider-Man or Peter Parker?
like Spider-Man,
Okay.
not like Peter Parker, because Peter Parker no is like he. I don't feel that Tom Holland is Peter Parker.
Okay.
Tobey Maguire, no. Maybe Andrew Garfield, I think.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. It was funny. My friend said Andrew Garfield was too smooth of a Peter Parker because he got all the girls.
He was.
He was too smooth of a Peter Parker because, like, he say one word and everyone would just flock to him. And I'm like, and I was like, that's so true. Because Peter Parker, but then at the same time, like I said, I recently read all of the comic books of Spider-Man, like all of them, from Amazing Spider-Man to Ultimate. So, like, in the comic books, he has like multiple girlfriends, but he keeps going back and forth with Mary Jane. But as a Peter Parker, yeah, that Andrew Garfield is too smooth to play to be Peter.
I just me overall. I watched, after all the Spider-Mans I've seen, I just like Tobey Maguire. That's my favorite. I like him pretty much
as everything.
I just love Tobey Maguire's awesome. But
so
when he did the dancing, forget it. I was like, what's he doing? He's just like, shh, dancing around. I was like, stop. He need to stop doing
that.
That
Was funny, man.
It was funny. It was funny.
They're trying to do
it was funny.
That.
But I'm excited to hopefully see him. Hopefully he plays a cameo role or something within the new Spider-Man movie. I'm really hoping for all of them to have a chance to do that. But if you really want the real Spider-Man, so Halloween's coming up. You just tell your husband to wear a Spider-Man costume. And there it is. You got the real Spider-Man.
Something interesting. One day we try the kiss of Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
And we have
the
one
first
picture
movie.
too.
He's probably like,
man.
Oh man,
And
Wait, how did you?
on the
that's too funny.
How did you do it? How did you hang upside down?
Well, they were back in Ecuador, and like, you know, parts are. They had I don't know, I forgot the name of it in Spanish, but like the ones you cross your arm and go like that. The monkey bars.
The monkey bars.
The monkey bars. So I just put my feet on that, and I would just hang. I was hanging down. She just went in for the kill there.
And that's a lot of love right there. Spider-Man love. That's cool.
Yeah.
I would say off that topic. Well, not really, but still in the movies. We're gonna let me see. What do you guys think? What do you know about the Matrix 4?
Oh.
Do you know anything about the Matrix 4?
Can I just? I
I
said
don't
absolutely
know
nothing.
that we have 4 parts.
I know that I'm gonna.
Have you seen the?
No, I don't.
Have you seen the 3?
Absolutely.
Have you guys seen the first 3?
Yeah,
You guys
I've
saw
seen
the first 3.
Yeah.
Kotetsu, same thing.
Oh yeah, like at least like 15 times.
I was just catching up Matrix 4, and all I know for sure, I've been reading up a lot of stuff, and they just finished production of Matrix 4. They've been done because they just started production of John Wick 4. So they finished that, and now he's doing John Wick 4, Keanu Reeves. But back to
I think they're gonna have the actor. I forgot her name. Like Anne something who played Trinity. Thinks she's.
Oh
gonna
yes,
be in
yes, yes.
John Wick
Yes.
4 as well.
Wait, she's gonna be in John Wick 4?
That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
But I know that
sure
in the Matrix 4, I know for a fact that of course it's Keanu Reeves and the original Trinity, even the one who plays Naomi in the Matrix.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yes, she's doing her role. Of what excited me the most because I love this character. Well, not yet. Hold on, I'll go to that in a second. They got some of the original agents, not Agent Smith because he's gone, but the other agents who played, always followed him around. They're returning too. I'm like, what?
I thought they died.
One of the main ones, the main guy, one of them is coming back, and then also.
No, I meant their character. I thought their characters died in the movie.
No, I've heard that.
I thought Neo killed them both. No, they did. They ran. They ran. No. He was fighting with Smith, and then when he blew Smith up, they took off. That's right. They ran.
Yeah, and so those guys coming back, but then what I loved was I think he was the Frenchman in the series.
I heard he was coming.
Yeah,
back
so
too,
I'm like, oh my god, it's just like it just trips me out just thinking about. That.
Here's my thing. We've all seen Matrix Revolution, and we all know what happens. So this is what I've heard. But when I first heard about it, I was like, how are they going to do it? Didn't everyone die who was supposed to be coming back in this movie? Didn't they all die? And
so
supposedly there's like a theory where like Neo's like data or whatever got the machines like have his data or something like that. So then he's being reprogrammed into the Matrix or something like that. I don't know how Trinity's coming back. He's probably
you're right. You're right about that. I saw some type of a video yesterday about what you're saying, and the guy explains that supposedly the story goes what you just said with Neo wakes up in this like if he's alive again, and then also Trinity, but they're trying to figure out they see each other, but they're trying to figure out what's like. Why they don't even know yet. Like they've forgotten somehow. They're trying to remember. And somebody, the new the guy who's playing Morpheus, there's a new guy playing Morpheus. That guy is trying to help them find out what they need to remember about themselves.
Also,
for some reason.
Lawrence Fishburne is not coming back as Morpheus.
No, he's not. It's another guy. It's another guy. I would have loved that, but they had to make I forget who was it. He's a popular actor. Oh, the guy. You guys ever seen Aquaman?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, now the black guy who plays the villain before it turns. Remember they killed.
He's coming back as Morpheus.
Yes,
cool.
He's Morpheus.
The dad
Jack
who
Morpheus,
played,
man.
No, not the dad. The son.
Other guy.
The son.
That's interesting. So
The son.
they're gonna have to spin it to where like he didn't age.
Yeah.
All this time.
Well, so
They
all
have
I
to
know
do
is that
something where it's like he didn't age.
I was like, what? I mean, it's cool, but I like it. So we'll see how this turns out. But Gamerz, what is your favorite movie of all time?
Good question.
My favorite movie. Oh, this is very easy. It's Shrek 2, the part 2.
Shrek 2.
Wow.
Shrek.
Oh, okay.
Shrek 2.
Shrek in español, Shrek.
Okay, Shrek. So
Yes.
you love it. It's very. Why do you love it?
I love it because it's not like the conventional movie that in Disney. What's the first movie that break the stereotype?
Break stereotype. Yeah.
Yes, because he transformed in something handsome and something like this, but Fiona loves Shrek.
How he is. Yeah.
Yes.
I get it.
Right,
I get
so-
what you're saying.
So I like this because it's not like Disney. So it's a frog and then it's a prince, or it's a beast and then it's a prince. No, she accept him. So for me, it was very nice.
Yeah, so it's not like it's not like the movies that there's somebody who's very pretty and they meet another pretty person and then they get together. It's just like no, like like who
So
he is
I
inside and
understand
out.
with
He
this movie
likes it.
the real love because it's
Mm.
not only the physique. The
Yeah,
most important is the feelings. So
yeah.
I like.
That's like it's funny you bring that up. No, it's funny you bring that because that's so true. Because like
Yeah.
when you watch movies, it's like it's always this good-looking person who meets another good-looking person, and you're like, well, obviously they're gonna meet and they're obviously gonna fall in love. So
Like all the Netflix movies.
yes, yeah. So it's like, where's the draw that's gonna draw me in? Because all I see is two pretty people who are going to eventually get together. Like there's nothing. I've seen that like 15 times already. Like, give me something else. And you're right. Shrek does give you that. Or it's
Yes,
like
something
it's something
interesting
different.
is that I don't know how many times I watched this movie, but I know the script because
Mhm.
I see the movie like I Am the Legend. I don't know if you know the movie.
I Am
That
Yeah,
Will
Legend.
I'm
Smith
Legend.
repeat the movie.
Oh,
I
That's
am
such a
like
good
Will
movie.
Smith like this with the movie, but in Spanish.
it's,
That's
but in Spanish,
That's such a good
yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
What
Yeah, I
about
Am
you,
Legend's a good movie.
Brogy?
Me, man, I love movies, but I'm not gonna lie. A movie that I'm not gonna skip is gonna be Star Wars Episode 6.
Okay, so the old school, like classic
Yeah, the
Star
classic.
Wars.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes.
yeah.
Thought you were gonna say the new Star Wars. You loved it.
No, I mean it's okay, but I don't. To me, it's just like a whole new story. So, I like
I
the
get it.
classic fight of good and evil.
Yeah.
the relation and the whole. It just in a way I don't know if I take it too personal sometimes with Star Wars, but it's a whole fight between. You have this guy that's trying to get you to do bad stuff, but Luke Skywalker is strong enough to resist those temptations, no matter who it is. To me, that's kind of poetic. It just transcends to more than a movie sometimes.
I feel that.
It's
I feel
it's just a great ending, in my opinion. At the end of the day, everyone finds peace, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on how Star Wars translates to other things. I
Mhm.
definitely feel you on that. Me and my dad
Katetsu,
have
what's
that
your favorite
conversation all the time.
favorite movie for you, Katetsu?
That's hard because one thing could be a favorite movie one day, and then another day, this could be a favorite movie. It's hard because I don't really have a favorite movie. I really don't.
Series?
No,
I have a lot of
because
favorites,
it's like
kinda.
it's just like it's because like what could be my favorite next week
I feel you. I feel
could
you.
be
on
my
that one.
favorite a month from now if I'm feeling it. You know what I mean?
You know, it's
Like,
weird
yeah,
because I'm thinking the same thing right now, and I love Lord of the Rings, but for some damn reason, I'm leading onto the Count of Monte Cristo with Jim Caviezel. If you ever seen that one, the Count of Monte Cristo. It's Jim Caviezel. If you ever heard of it, think of it as one
think
of
I
the
have.
greatest.
Monte Cristo.
It's about revenge and about love at the same time. So the Count of Monte Cristo, it came out several years, maybe like 10 years ago, by Jim Caviezel. But if you've never seen that movie, I love that movie because it has this. I swear to you, it has one of the most romantic scenes I've ever seen in any movie. It's just the kiss that they have is so romantic, and I swear to you, I cry. I cry, man. It's crazy.
So we have
It's
a new movie.
You have to
Bro,
watch
it's
it
so
again.
good.
Yeah.
It's just like, and it's got some popular even some Spanish actor in there too. So it makes it great. But again, it's about two best friends, and it's about revenge and about a lost love and how it reconnects. So it's just like, man, it tears me up. But it's such, and I love Lord of the Rings so much. But this movie I've been watching, and I think I'm gonna watch it again, maybe this weekend. But I'll probably be alone for a couple of tissues, and it's just beautiful. If you guys love that kind of thing, it's got some action a little bit, but it's a smart movie too. How he takes revenge, he does it smart. He doesn't go around start killing people. It's a revengeful kind of thing. So if you haven't seen it, Katetsu, you should check. You guys should all check it out. The Count of Monte Cristo. Remember that the actor is Jim Caviezel. He's the actor, Jim Caviezel. He's the one who played in The Passion of the Christ, who played Jesus.
Oh, for real?
Oh,
I had no idea.
That actor had done that movie years prior, and it's so, like I said, I just love his character. That's how I began to watch Jim Caviezel movies, and of course, The Passion of the Christ. But it's still the Count of Monte Cristo is just like an inspiring. It's just with revenge and love. So, anyways, that's real quick, guys. We are at the end of the timeline here. We're having such a good conversation. Man, this turned out so great to conversate and talk to you guys and get to know. Mm-hmm. I think we made some good friends that we can keep in touch with, and I feel future episodes come, in the future. Maybe we'll have if we get like a good voice actor or something like that, I'll bring you guys on. We'll talk about it and we'll reconnect and and do something like that. And but real quick before we head off, Kotetsu, do you have any last questions you want to ask Gamertown and Grogu? Grogi. I said Grogu.
What'd you call him, Togi?
Grogu. I think did I?
Isn't that a sandwich?
No. I thought I said what's the little character? The character from
Yogi?
Star Wars. I thought it said.
I don't know. I thought you said Togi, and I was like,
All right, go ahead, Kotetsu. Did you have something you want to?
I did have a question, but I'm gonna skip it because it's a question for everybody. I do. I mean, if it takes a little bit of time, I have a question. I want to kind of say my good remarks to these guys that we had on here. So, name one movie you guys cried. The one movie that makes you cry every time, even though you know what's gonna happen, you still bust out crying. If you want me to go first, I'll tell you.
It's got what?
If you want me to go first, I'll tell you. I'll tell you mine.
Go ahead.
I've told many people. Toy Story 3. The end of Toy Story 3.
It's a good.
I cry. I always that and recently Toy Story 4. Those are the I don't cry at movies.
Sad. That was sad.
But those movies at the end because that was my childhood. And first they tried to take my childhood away by killing away the toys. I was like, why would you do that? And then the fourth one was like, okay, this is like legit the end of my childhood of me watching this movie with my dad. With my I was and it's funny, I watched both these movies with my dad. The first movie, Toy Story 3, I saw with my dad and my sister, and it was towards the end. And I was like, they're about to like incinerate them, and I'm like, they're not gonna kill them off. And they all started holding hands, and I'm like, oh my god, they're about to kill these, and then they pulled them out, and I was like, cool. And then like my dad turned around, he's like, what's wrong with you? I was like, no, it's just allergies and stuff, and just whatever. So nice. And then the fourth one I saw with my dad too, my dad and my stepmom, and we watched it, and I had to like push into the couch so no one would see me, and I just started like breaking out in like tears because like when Woody and Bo Peep like go off and it's like the end of everything, it's just like, oh my gosh, like this is like, because like when there's an end of an era. And when you're a part of that era and you see it end, it does something to you. So it was just like, that's what it did to me. So that's like the two movies that make me cry every time. I've told so many people that. And a lot of people are like, oh, me too. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not the only one.
We can cry together. We'll watch Toy Story together. We'll have a movie-a-thon or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, what about, now let's ask the guest. Give us our... What was
first? Ladies first.
It's not a movie because I don't know why, but I don't cry with the movies. But I cry with Dragon Ball GT.
Really?
With the song in Spanish because I remember always the other day. Do you remember?
Sing it to him.
Yes. The other day we are in TikTok or in Facebook, I think. And then we watched to a girl that was singing the song of Dragon Ball GT, but in Spanish version. So I start to singing and cry because I remember when Goku go to the heaven and he said goodbye, thank you about all the adventures, all of this, and then you have the different parts.
Different scenes from the other
different scenes from
that's right
from Goku,
they did do that.
From the childhood.
They did do that.
Yes, so I remember always this. I remember when I put my hand up from the Genkidama and this thing. So when I listen this song, I remember this and I cry. Yes.
I get that. I get that. See,
That's
we
nice.
didn't have in the States we didn't have like that nice intro and outro to drag. We had like a
Yeah,
crappy rap song.
Yes,
Yeah, we
yes.
had like a crappy rap song to GT. It
Yes,
was
no,
horrible.
no.
Oh,
In
man.
Spanish, it's very beautiful because the lyrics of the song.
Mm.
So many people in Latin America use this song from boda, ¿cómo se dice?
Weddings.
From weddings or something like
Oh,
this because
really?
it's very
Okay, that's
emotive.
cool.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
I noticed.
Yeah,
that.
it's totally different. Like Dragon Ball Z Kai, like I remember coming home from watching Toonami with just like a giant guitar solo the whole time. And then you watch it in Spanish, it's like this
Yeah.
song that like has all sorts of
Yes,
emotions.
all the
flowing through it.
songs,
Crazy.
all the
Crazy.
songs are really amazing in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z, yes, it's amazing because I remember all the songs.
Yeah. It's like we're watching Dragon Ball Z and it's like, why am I feeling so warm? And this shouldn't give me that.
Yeah, it's about guys beating up each other. What?
Yeah, it shouldn't give me that. I should be crying
Yes, I
watching
don't
Dragon
know,
Ball Z.
but I cried with this. When I
that's
saw
cool.
something from Dragon Ball GT, I cried because I remember my childhood.
Mm.
When Dragon Ball GT finished my childhood.
Yeah, it's like an end of an era.
Oh.
End of an era.
Yeah.
You were there in the beginning, and then now it's in the
Yeah.
end.
I
Yeah,
grew
get
up with
that.
Dragon Ball
Yeah,
because
I get
you know
that. I
in
get
Latin
that.
America all arrives more late, so
Right,
I
okay,
grew up in the
yeah,
same
yeah.
time with the
Yeah.
series.
Yeah, okay.
Nice.
Okay, Grogy. Brogy.
Well, Ryan, I did read your messages. They want to interrupt everyone. Thank you. Thanks for watching us. Thank you for the comments and stuff. I appreciate it. Well, I'm a big crybaby for movies. In real life, I'm not a crybaby, but I don't know what it is about movies.
Right.
I just start bawling, dude. I don't know what it is. Obviously, you know, I told you Star Wars is my favorite one. I do cry, especially in that last scene with Darth Vader is dying in Luke's hands. But here's a curveball for you. I cry
The King
with
Lion.
No,
The
well,
King
The Lion King's obvious, but King Kong with Jack Black.
He comes. Okay.
When they
Tell me
kill him,
about it.
dude, it's so sad. They bring in Janet into the city. He didn't want to be there. What?
I get
they
that.
kill him, dude. Come on, man.
I get that. I get.
He
I
cried
mean,
with
I
Coco,
mean, I didn't cry. I was like, dang, that sucks. But I understand why someone would cry.
And it's not like a PETA guy. You know, like I'm not like a huge whoa animals, but it's just sad to me, man. Like you brought this poor giant ape to New York and you kill him, dude. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Man, I
get
swear
that.
to you, sometimes you never know what movie makes you cry. Like for my oldest son, I'm looking back at him. He's just like holding himself like this, and he's starting to cry because Optimus Prime is getting his ass kicked. I'm like, dude, Optimus Prime is
I get
he's
that.
gonna be
I
fine.
get that too.
He's
I
gonna be
get
fine.
that.
But
I
I felt
remember
him.
when Optimus died in the cartoons. That was sad too.
Yeah, he did.
Jesus, yeah,
I don't watch the Transformers.
yeah,
Oh man.
sad.
That's. Go ahead.
Okay, but you didn't answer the question of Chronos. You had all us answer the question. You don't have a movie that you just not even like break up like boo-hooing, just like as teardrops because you're like, oh man.
Well, then every time it's gonna be Star Wars, and it's just that last scene because I just think it's the saddest moment I've ever seen in a movie. Like,
Yeah.
you were about to kill your dad. Your dad just saved your life because his boss was, pretty much against you, and then he saved you. He didn't really beat him because he didn't beat him.
Mm-hmm.
And as a matter of fact, he saved him, and then he just died in his arms. And that to me, that was like one of the saddest moments I've ever seen. And it still is.
Yeah, man.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's like going back to my part with the Count of Monte Cristo. I think sometimes for me, if I watch the movie again, let's say if I watch it again tomorrow or this weekend, I'll probably cry more than I normally would because it also involves a current life experience, recent. When you think about your past, you think about someone. You're like, damn, you think about your ex, and you're like, man, you want that to happen. You just kind of like you feel your personal life, and it gets personal in the movie, and it's such a beautiful movie. Like I
Okay.
think, like I said, if you guys give it a chance, it's got a great acting thing. But yeah, I would say that movie would hit me hard. If any other movie ever hit me hard, it's pretty hard for me to cry. But yeah, that one just seems to always top
Yeah.
the whole thing. But yeah, that's
I just want to say it was like when I asked the question, I was asking to CHRONOZ because he didn't answer the question yet.
Oh,
Like
my
I wasn't.
bad.
Yeah, no. It was a misunderstanding on my part. It's a misunderstanding on my part. But okay, so we know that's his movie that he cries at. All right, cool.
yeah, that's one. It's just so beautiful. It's like I said, two people.
I get
and
that.
you'll know why when you guys see it. When we come back, they're, he's trying to deny her, whatever. She's saying, hey, kind of thing, but it's like he's holding back so strongly, but he just gives in. All right, I'm gonna stop before I start crying right now. So, but it's good. It's good. It's just like I bet you. I'll tell you one thing. You guys will thank me. Pick up that movie, rent it, whatever.
I'll probably
digital.
watch it and be like, "Why do you make me watch this?"
No, you'll see. You'll see. Just make sure no one's around. Turn off the lights. Just relax by yourself, or you guys would, at home. Brogy and Gamertown. You guys
man.
check it out. Check it out. Then tell me about it. But yeah, you know what?
Yeah, I know we're at the
Go
end
ahead.
of the time, but I appreciate you guys being here. I think what you guys are doing right now is great. I think definitely keep on being consistent. I mean, keep doing that. Because one day you'll definitely see something. It's just one day you might get that push to just be consistent and actually make what you're doing a thing, and then people are going to start doing what you're doing, trying to give news and give entertainment and all that in their native language. And I think it's great that you guys are going in that direction. So I hope that continues to work out for you guys.
Thanks, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you by the invitation, by the opportunity to share.
Yeah, it was
with all
fun.
of
It was
us.
fun.
Yes, was very, very fun.
Yeah. And if you
Yeah,
want to watch a good movie, Blood In, Blood Out. It's kind of
I think I've seen that. I think I've seen that one.
Yes,
Yeah, I've seen
Blood
that.
in Blood Out. It's a classic movie. Classic of classics. Yeah, sangre por sangre, right? It's just like the way the movie is played. Because if you haven't seen it, or if you have seen it,
I think I have.
It's like, yeah. Any other good movies you guys recommend before we go?
Well, recently, it's more of a trilogy that Gamertown introduced me. It was,
Yes, recently the last week we watched was Unbreakable, was Split,
yes,
and Black.
yes.
So
Yeah.
good.
Yes.
So good. I've never seen those, and I was like,
It
wow.
got so much backlash from people because they I think they just didn't understand it. Like for me, like I saw Unbreakable. I saw Unbreakable a long time ago, right?
Yeah,
I didn't see Split, but then with Mr. Glass, I'm like, what is Bruce Willis doing there with his character?
Oh, yeah.
And then someone's like, oh, this is a trilogy. And
Yes,
I'm like, really? Because I remember seeing Unbreakable was just good. It was a really good movie. I didn't see Split. Was it called Split, right? When you have like
Yeah.
two different personalities?
Yeah.
I didn't see Split, but I did see a little bit of Mr. Glass. And like I said, I didn't know it was a trilogy until after I saw Mr. Glass. And I was like,
No.
why are these characters from these movies here? And then someone was like, oh, this is a trilogy. And I'm like, my mind was blown because I had no idea. Because like I said, Unbreakable was really good. And I wanted to see Split, but then to see these characters in this one movie here it's great. It's like a weird dark Avengers kind of thing that they that they did with it.
All
It's
right.
really, really good. I definitely, I wasn't expecting because, like I said, I never saw it until Gamertown told me, and I was like, oh, okay, this
Yeah.
is really cool, actually. So,
Right.
Yeah, it's a good recommendation.
yeah,
Cool. Definitely, I'll have to catch up on that and get on those 3 movies. Don't forget for you guys to try out the count. And Kotetsu. One last thing. Any recommendations for Kotetsu? Everyone recommended. How about you?
Okay, so it's I've only seen this movie once, but I think it's a movie that I don't want to go back and dissect because it was just that great of a movie. It's called 23, and it's by Jim.
23?
It's Jim Carrey. He plays. It's out of his range, but he did it so well. And I've only seen it once, and I was like, once is enough for me. So if it's something that you want to, it's a very like it's like a murder kind of tale, but he's writing it, he's narrating it as he's telling it, and then I don't want to give away the twist, but it was just so good. It was one of those movies that it's okay. Have you seen Fight Club?
Yeah.
And you know how like in Fight Club, he's like, it was me the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those movies.
Oh, nice.
It's one of those movies.
Psychological.
It's like one of those movies.
23.
Yeah. It's called 23.
I almost said the Truman Show for some reason.
That's a crazy one too. But yeah, but before we go, did you guys want you want to tell everybody? I know we have it in descriptions, but you want to tell everybody where they can find you, your YouTube channel, TikTok, Instagram, any anything you want to plug in. This is the time you guys can plug in all your stuff in here.
Sure. If you guys are interested in following us, you could just find us on YouTube. And then Geek. Pretty sure CHRONOZ will put it in the description. Appreciate it.
Yep.
I'm not much of a social media guy, so you won't find me there. If you do find me, you'll probably just find my personal stuff. Of course, without names or anything, but just whatever. She's the media girl, so.
Yes, you can find me in Instagram and Twitter and in Twitch, like GAMERTOWN001. It's very easy.
Okay.
Right. In my profile, I have the link from us YouTube channel.
From our YouTube channel.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So you can find us in this.
Awesome,
okay, cool.
Thank you.
Wow, good, great. Yeah, I just found you on Twitter. Awesome, so I can stay connected with you guys and we can keep on moving with this. Yeah, you guys keep, like I said, you guys got something good. I know you guys are busy. We're all busy with life and how things are changing, and we'll find that even ourselves, even with the podcast, like I said, we're like it's sometimes we have the times where we're busy, we can't do much, but when we do bring it out, meeting people like we're meeting each other today. You guys met Kutetsu, and you guys know me, CHRONOZ, and of course Gamerz on Instagram and all that. So we stay connected, but we help each other out, we push each other, and we help you guys grow too. And again, with the whole, it'll be fun, meeting new people and things like that. So you guys, I'm going to introduce you guys to the Twitter gang and all that stuff. So it'll be great to stay connected and have future episodes. I think that we could talk more about movies and things like that later on, and see what else. And I'll ask you guys, if you're available this day and things like that. I always like to re-invite people and for better and fun and amazing conversations like we had today. So it's been a blast. It's been amazing. I want to thank Ryan and whoever showed up. Ryan and who else showed up? And somebody else from Twitter came on, but he was kind of messing around. Let's see. And then Ale, thank you for your. Is it your cousin? Was your cousin?
Oh, she's my. That's her brother.
Oh, my little brother.
Yeah. To thank your little brother, Ali from coming in again with Ryan, and I want to thank Kutetsu for being a co-host tonight, and you'll be seeing more of him as usual. And then I want to thank GAMERTOWN001 and Rogi for joining us tonight. It's been amazing.
Yeah.
Rogi, don't call him Toby.
Thank you.
So what we'll do is that we'll end the stream. I'll play the quick the Gamerz Realm how do you say I'll play the
outro.
How do you say
outro?
It's the outro kind of ended out like that. It's it's the same one I played in the beginning, just the outro, and then I will disconnect off the broadcast, and then I'll talk to you guys privately in just a second, okay? But let's all say bye. See you later. Later, Ryan is saying what he's saying. He's saying, thanks for a great time as usual. And again, great time to meet you.
Thank you to you.
Thanks, Ryan. It was nice of you to watch us.
Yes.
Awesome. And we'll see you guys until the next episode. Until next time, take care, everyone.
Yeah, again.
Welcome to the Gamer's Realm. Welcome to the Gamer's Realm. Yeah. DJ the gamer, yes I'm back. Go put out the bolo. No, that's not Mr. Switch, that's the homie CHRONOZ. If you haven't heard, it's a brand new day. About to sneak into the game like a ninja QA. And I will never hit my peak though. Yes, I'm a gamer, this the Geek Show. Early in the morning, I be cooking, see just what I'm making. It'll wake you up, that's awaken bacon. Other rappers gonna envy me. Wanna level up, yeah, I got my EXP. You better pack your bags, you gon' need a vacation. Father and a gamer like I'm Ryan Drayson. Moved up to a pro from a rookie. Shout out my man CHICHUKI. We coming strong in case you could not tell. Now welcome to the Gamerz.